Yeah, okay. So we're going to go in with the cows and look at some that's really, really fresh, because I want you to see that when a cow drops, when she goes to the bathroom, when she poops, she doesn't do it in a toilet and hit a handle and hear it go whoosh and go away. It actually goes right onto the ground, and that is what then feeds all of the microbes.
But you can ferment anything. So pretty much anything. Some things taste better than others, and you'll find, and that's the thing, just like growing a garden, people are like, you should grow this and grow this, and you grow all this stuff and you don't even like it, right? So you're going to have to figure out what your tastes are, and then that's what you can make.
This may have to deal with the fact that we won't be able to buy and sell things as we have had in the past.
The family side, you got to take the family hat off, put the business hat on, and say, this is what we're going to do. And so if this team member or son or daughter, child, whatever, is not willing to make the steps or make the work or do the decisions to get this business up to profitability or to whatever benchmark you might have, then guess what? That's where the parent comes in and says, all right, we need to make a decision here. We got to either get rid of this or you have to make the necessary steps to make it happen.
Some people even push up to 3 weeks. I like to give the babies as long as possible to nurse. The reason is it's going to decrease the amount of grain that the babies need to eat, the amount of feed they need to eat. The more they're nursing, the less they need to feed, right? Now, skin the rabbit or gut the rabbit, okay? We're also going to lay out the parts of the rabbit and discuss what each of those individual parts can be used for on your homestead or to be sold to make a little extra profit, okay? Because while rabbits are not the most profitable, they can be if you manage it properly. All right, I'll give you guys an example of this age of rabbit. He's weighing in at about 7 pounds right now. Okay. All right. And then from here, it's just like every other animal. We want to mitigate getting any intestinal.
In this little session, we're going to look at cow poop, not chicken poop, not pig poop, but cow poop. A piece of poop that's probably about a month old, I'm going to say. And so it's been here a little while. Okay, take your magnifying glass and look at the worms. Look at the worms. Look at that one. What do you see on that one?
My dad tells me about my grandpa. I never met my grandpa. He said, Dad was so proud when we would sit down to a table and he would say, we grew all of this. And I get that now. I can get that. And so I commune with my grandpa because we experienced the same thing. The other half, Rebecca's laughing. Why are you laughing? Are you scrolling Instagram? She's fact checking me. I have to pull mobile shade. But maybe one day I won't have to because I am foresting my pastures and pasturing my
What I did. So I did exactly that. Bought 3 packages of bees from God knows where in the country. I started out with 3 boxes, vertical hives, which was actually 4 boxes each. And I have a picture to show that. Right there, freshly painted. I like colors, if you didn't notice. Painted all my boxes, got all my medium frames, got my 3 packages, got going, and I was a beekeeper, and immediately I just fell in love with bees. Never done bees in my life. My wife. Another thing here, and I know some of you probably never kept bees. The comb gets darker. The lighter the comb, the newer the comb. The darker the comb, the older the comb. The reason why it gets dark is every time a baby bee is born out of this comb, it leaves a microscopic capsule inside of it. So if you cut it and looked at it under a microscope, it would look like tree rings. They're underneath that tint. She talked about how her and her mom went on a cutout where they went to rescue a bunch of bees from a house. An old farmhouse that had been there for 25 years. I'm going to butcher the story. I'm going to give most of the facts correct. But they were called to go rescue this swarm. The house is going to be torn down or whatever, or colony of bees. So they went in there and they cut out the comb, rubber banded it in frames. So they ended up with 2 10-frame boxes, so 20 frames of this right here with natural brood comb, and then 10 honey frames above it with natural brood comb. So that's a total of 30 frames of bees. Huge colony of bees, right? And I guarantee. So bees in nature naturally build that shape, right? There's no gaps in it, that shape. I know it's longer than this, but now check this out. This is what we use in lane straw, right? So, but you've got a vertical hive, right? So they're building up, which is kind of natural.
I kind of had this thing where I was going to go through like sheep versus this and sheep versus that, but really it's not really a versus, right? It's kind of like what you guys are looking for, what you want to do with your property. Are you using this for maintenance? Do you want to actually use this for meat?
They're with the mom, they're following the mom, they're getting a suck here and getting a suck here, there, right? So basically when I'm feeding my lambs, I'll go out 6 times a day, 7 times a day. I just have my bottle and I'll go and let them have some as much as they can drink, and then I move on. Because when they're little like that, they're not going to drink a whole lot until they get older. So that's what I do, you know, the first few weeks.
And for our property, we have 11 acres, and so we just run 1 beef cow every year for our meat needs. We feed it out a calf, and then we have it butchered at about 1,000 pounds. And